That's
Well,
fair.
sweet. I want to give you guys, the product team, a ton of time to talk to you guys. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Kevin Ogar. I'm the affiliate rep for the Central region, which is like the largest landmass for regions, and also just full of like Mormons and cowboys, which is great. They just work super hard. They're awesome. But I just wanted to facilitate this call with the product team. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, but they have a lot of cool questions, cool stuff to talk to you guys about where we're driving product for affiliates and how in the short term and the long term we're trying to help affiliates through this product development stuff. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves and then take it away from there. I don't know
Thanks.
which one of your team wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll jump in. Thanks, Kevin. I really appreciate it. My name is Kathy. I'm a product manager on the CrossFit team. And the very first question I get is, number one, why does CrossFit have a product team? What is a product manager? And so basically, so between the website, the affiliate toolkit, the app and things like that, like we're looking at what are the next features we should be building. How do we make things better? If there's weird bugs and stuff like that, like we take care of it. We don't grade quarterfinals or watch videos or anything like that. But we are a very big part in, especially like the group that you have on right now of us, like we are hyper focused on how do we help make things easier, smoother, better for our affiliate gyms, especially owners, coaches, the whole gambit of all of them. And like that's the main purpose of this call. And I'll give a quick summary and then I'm gonna have each one of my team introduce themselves. But you may have seen things like, so the CrossFit map got a really big update just before games last year. And like the biggest change there is that we realized, so CrossFit has all this like great SEO juice, right? Just because like people type in CrossFit as the primary thing. But we weren't capitalizing on it effectively. So if we could create these directory pages for every single one of our gyms and really push people straight into our gyms, like capture the information on your behalf, then we can start capitalizing on all this traffic that we get and things like that. So that was our hypothesis and ended up being a very good success as far as like getting leads and things like that. And then since then, we've been working on how do we improve that? How do we improve the directory pages that each gym has so that it's representative of the unique gyms that we have versus like an Orange Theory or a Row House where it's more sort of like cookie cutter. You can stamp one and it'll same as the next one down the street. One of the other sort of interesting things that we've been working on is like, how do we improve toolkit itself? And so that's what this conversation is all about. Like, how do we put things in a way that helps you, that is what you need, is what you're looking for from CrossFit in a way that is also useful. So I'm going to stop now. That's kind of us at a high level. I'm a product manager again, and then I'm going to have Alyssa and then our two amazing designers who are responsible for making everything make sense and look awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Kathy. My name is Alyssa. I'm a product manager as well on the affiliate side, as Kathy already mentioned. So anything related to operating, owning, running a gym kind of sits within our team. I'm based in the Denver area. So if some of you guys are in Kevin's region, I'm in that similar space. The CrossFit gym that I go to is CrossFit Omnia. So if you guys are in the Denver metro area, feel free to give me a shout after this as well. And let's see, I'll pass it over to Alex.
Hey, my Zoom name says Courtney. I'm not Courtney. Courtney is on this call. She'll introduce herself next, but my name is Alex. I am a product designer, as Alyssa said, on our team. I've had the opportunity to work on a lot of projects related to the CrossFit map, the directory pages, and the toolkit, as Kathy mentioned. So really excited to talk with you guys and hear from you directly. We want all of your feedback. Nothing's off limits. So I'm excited for this conversation. I'll pass it to Courtney.
I'm Courtney. I am also a product designer on the team. I'm new to the team here at CrossFit, not new to design, but just joining this team, not new to CrossFit either, the methodology, just new to this role. I'm super excited. I will also working with Kathy and Alyssa and Alex on all things affiliate related. So excited to learn from all of you.
Awesome. Thanks. First off, I want to call Amanda. I'm super jealous. I just got my athlete shirt in the mail and I haven't stuck it on yet, but one day I will do it. And then whoever has CrossFit Pegasus, coolest CrossFit name I think I've ever heard. So Kudos, David, nailed it. So I'm going to jump in and we're going to start off with a poll. It's more sort of like icebreaker, and we just want to prove that like we truly want like the real answers from you. So to start off with, like, do you actually check emails from CrossFit HQ? Just put a yes or a no. And what we really want to get in this next round of questions is like, how should we be, not only how should we be sharing stuff, but what should we be sharing? So I will let you guys click on that real quick. And so quick question by a show of hands, if you have it, if you can click the little button that raises your hand, are most people on if you're on a desktop, raise your hand. And if you're on a mobile phone, keep driving your car, do whatever you're doing. And sweet. Okay, so we do have a couple folks on desktop. If you're on desktop, click at the bottom. There's these two little bubbles. Zoom just changed up their UI, and they're like sort of more icons now. Jody, good. Desktop. Click on that thing. Open up the chat because I'm about to ask some questions. The other thing I would love is Amanda, Dave, Eric, all of you folks, unmute yourselves and answer also as things come to you. It might be easier if I'll ask a question, put some stuff in the chat, and then we'll like really dig into it if that works for you. The other thing is, Alex, can you also toss the survey into the chat for me?
Yep.
Just in case anyone has to leave early, I want to make sure you have that link because we want to dive in even deeper. So if anyone's like, man, I really like telling CrossFit what I really, really think about stuff, we want to interview you specifically for like an hour. Go deep just with you. Okay, so the very first question, do you feel informed by CrossFit? Like what's happening in CrossFit, what's happening in the world, what's going to impact you? Toss your answers in the chat. Oh, Amanda, you really liked the things that have, wow. Amanda, unmute and tell me what is, from the emails that you've seen lately, like what have you noticed? What is good?
I have noticed a ton more communication overall, regardless if it's information that I need, want, or that I feel is accurate. I do think CrossFit and our affiliate reps are doing a much better job at communicating what is happening within like CrossFit HQ things. I'm a 14-year affiliate, and this is the first time I have ever been to a summit. I just went to Denver with Kevin, and it changed my mindset as a business owner, as an affiliate owner. I also spent this last year, and I do believe it's partially because of the emails that I've received. I just achieved my level 3. I have a coach who's starting hers in a couple of weeks. So I think that information is really good and it's more plentiful, but I also think it's a personal responsibility of myself as an affiliate owner that if I don't see or hear the information, I seek it.
When you say seek it, where would your first inklings be to go find it?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm flagged in Kevin's email for maybe the most in there, maybe.
Good.
You are not even close.
But now.
But I do like it when I see an email coming from you, Amanda.
Thanks. Yeah, I just feel like I'm an adult. It's my responsibility if I want my business to grow. I have to choose a path and find the information to make that happen. So, but I am happy with the information and all the progress CrossFit's made this year.
Cool. Kathy, looks like we've got Jody maybe has a hand up to answer.
Jody, you just put your hand down as fast as I've ever seen someone put a hand down.
Sorry, I actually have no answer.
No worries. Kathy, we have a yes from Christopher and Eric as well. I don't know if Chris or Eric, if you guys want to elaborate on the yes.
Yeah, I'm driving, so I apologize for jumping off mute. But so recently I've tried to engage more with the content that's coming out both in email and on stuff. And I was saying actually before the call started that I like receiving the more information. I do feel that is helpful. I like how much is out there. Kathy, actually, I love your LinkedIn posts that you make. I think those are great. I always go searching them out.
Yeah.
Because they make me think, right? But I'll also say that I sometimes feel overwhelmed. Like my gym's only 2 years old, and I think I'm doing all the right things. I'm still growing, and it's been a positive experience. But like, I sometimes struggle with the amount of content that's over there. Like, it's really hard to focus because it went from 0 to 60. Like, I've been CrossFitting for 12 years, and I heard like nothing for 10 years, and then the last 2 to 3 years, we went from like a Cobalt to a Ferrari, and it's just a very fast ramp up. But to answer the question, I do like the town halls and the what's the right way to say this? Dissemination of information.
Do you do you listen to the town halls live, or do you wait until they're recorded?
50-50. If I can make them live, I prefer to do it live. But if I miss one, I go back and do the recording.
How do you get to the recording?
The affiliate toolkit down at the bottom. It takes more than 3 clicks. It needs to be better. But like, you have to sign into the toolkit. You have to find the FAQ page. You have to go below that, and then there's the links. And then I attended the seminar the other day, the one on the get ready for more members. It like Dan from Push Press did it, and like I attended that one live, and it was really good. And then I went to find the link afterwards, and when I didn't see it, I emailed affiliate events, and they responded like right away and said it'd be up in a few days. But they also said they were going to relay out the page so it's more accessible. I loved how fast they responded. I am okay with them saying they weren't going to get it, but like, I know there's people on here that have been affiliate owners way longer than I have. It used to take weeks or months to get a response, and the fact that I got a response from Jen in like less than an hour, it was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. If we were to do app notification to you saying, "Hey, the recording is ready," would that be useful?
I would love that. I have 7 CrossFit apps. Which app, like the games app, there there are lots of CrossFit apps. I don't know which of them are still like, there's a CrossFit Health app. I don't know which ones are still active. Some of them don't do anything. I know that, but I'm afraid to delete them.
Oh, that's interesting. Only the games app is active. You can delete the rest.
Okay.
Unless you're like, actually, that's like my push press app or whatever. We have no control over that one.
No. It's like CrossFit Health used to have an app, and so I still have that. And I can't remember what the other ones are.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, just the games app now. David, Pegasus, awesome shirt too as well. You're just nailing the Pegasus. How do you get comms? Either from CrossFit or learn stuff, or do you just not care?
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, I follow on Facebook, I follow on Instagram. Instagram most likely. I check the emails daily. I get it from my personal email and the gym's email, so I get it double dose, which I like. Yeah, I stay on top of it, and I'm pretty happy with the amount that's coming out.
Have you ever seen something and been like, "Oh man, what was that thing that I saw, and how do I find it?"
Yeah, and that's really just because there's CrossFit training, there's CrossFit affiliates, there's CrossFit, there's all the Instagram pages, and just like if I have to go back and reshare something, which I pretty do a lot, I don't know, about once a week, I'll go back and reshare one of the stories to my stories, or one of the reels to my story. But I'll be like, crap, where was that? Because I'll see it during the middle of the day, but I want to post it at 6 o'clock at night when the traffic's higher. So I'll have to go back and I'll just have to try to remember, okay, was that CrossFit, which Instagram page did I see it on?
Oh, very
Which
interesting.
is not a bad thing.
Do you do a lot of cross posting from the various CrossFit sites to your own social media?
I try to, yeah.
And then do you ever grab anything out of the toolkit in order to use for your social media?
I do. In fact, I wish there was more. There's like 4 images or whatever. And I don't want to keep reposting those, so I'll use about one of those a month.
Oh, interesting. And then you could wave a magic wand and I set the entire marketing team on just creating content for your social media. What are the top 3 to 5 things you would have us make?
I've been fighting with that for a long time. I've been playing with different stuff, and I don't have an answer. I don't like I'll create all my stuff usually like the first weekend of the month for the whole month. I'll just sit out for like 8 hours and make reels and posts and stories and everything else. And I'll take what I have from myself, and I'll have what I can take from y'all from the CrossFit affiliate toolkit and others, and I'll just kind of mix and match.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And then I'm going to pick on either Michelle or Emily. If there's something you wish you were hearing from CrossFit that you're not right now, what would it be? And if anyone else has an answer, put it in the chat. Okay, so Emily, you're talking about the overwhelming part. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And Kathy, I don't know if you saw Jody's too in there.
Direct acting marketing to my person that handles that. Tell me about the person that handles it. Are they a certified L1 or are they not?
Oh yeah, no, she's one of my coaches. She does a lot of my social media. I also I'm in the process of kind of offloading that to another marketing, like an outside, like external marketing person, another like small business here. And so it would just, I understand that might be harder to give someone access to, but I don't want to sound whiny, but it is a little bit, it's just one more thing to do, to think about downloading it all and then sharing it. It would just be so much easier if I could grant access to the people who were doing the marketing, social media stuff for me.
So right now today, go into the directory, go to the coaches and staff, to the toolkit, sorry, go to the coaches and staff and just add your coach as a coach, and they should be able to see the marketing. If not, flip them to a manager. They'll definitely have access to it then. And then we've been thinking about giving a role like an admin or something, because I personally have been to a gym where they have front desk staff who are not coaches, but they do a lot of the like operations stuff. Is it valuable to anyone on this call to be able to let a non-certified person be able to get in toolkit to help you with things, and which things?
Yes, please. So this is Chris. But admin and marketing. But my admin does not have a level 1. My coaches obviously have access to it, but they're less technical savvy than Kevin when it comes to computers. So
that makes a lot of sense. And then one last question on this part, and then I'm going to kick it over to mine. I actually went way off course. I apologize for that. But when you're thinking, oh, I need to go in the toolkit and see this thing, whatever the thing is, are you typically on a desktop or are you more mobile, like on your phone? Amanda, you had a very excited answer, but it was on mute.
Always desktop. I try not even to get into my toolkit on my phone because it does not look the same. For me, it's much harder to navigate on my phone than my laptop. So I would rather spend 30 seconds and get out my Mac rather than try and dig through on my iPhone. Yeah, it's very, and I actually I had a nice phone call with Jay and was like, can we please just get the toolkit in a damn app? Like, we spend all this money on the games app for what? After the games is over, can we get an affiliate owner something for us? Because it would be get access to our cap, like all this little marketing stuff you guys are talking to. That would be wonderful.
Okay, I have one last question on that. So if you had an app, what would the 3 major things that you would want in there?
Access to view cap ahead of time without getting into my push press.
Awesome. This was insanely helpful. Okay, I'm going to kick it over next to Alyssa, and we're really going to dive into the toolkit specifically. Amanda, you teed us up perfectly.
Yeah, fantastic segue. Thank you, Kathy. We're going to pop up another poll here. Again, pretty straightforward, but just asking, have you used the affiliate toolkit? So have you guys logged in? Have you used it? If you have, that's awesome. If you haven't, that's also awesome. There's no wrong answer here. If you don't know what we're talking about and don't know what the toolkit is, that is also a completely acceptable answer as well. So I'll leave this up for a couple more seconds and then we'll hop in. We'll do similar format. We'll ask you guys some questions, get some feedback, thoughts on toolkit and all of that good stuff. Looks like we've got 9 answers. 9 out of 9 so far for yes. Doing great. I know we got some more people in here. We'll give a couple more seconds. All right, we might just have 100% yeses. We'll leave this up here and we'll pop into some of these questions. All right, so first one, I know we've heard some of the answers. Jody, you've mentioned, or sorry, Amanda, you've mentioned CAP a couple of times. When you guys go to the toolkit, what is the primary reason for going to the toolkit? It can be multifaceted, but what's kind of that main driver? You can answer in chat or feel free to come off mute and answer.
I use it for CAP mostly. I'm on there every day checking the notes and the videos every morning before my classes.
Okay. And then does your gym, David, exclusively follow and use CAP as your programming?
Pretty much, yeah. We'll stray away from it on Thursdays and Saturdays. Saturdays we'll kind of play it by ear as to who's here. And Thursdays I've started making an active recovery day. But otherwise, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see. I'm going to pick on somebody. I'm going to pick on Emily. Emily, do you go to the toolkit programming? Yep. I just saw you answer in there too. Same one.
Yes, I do.
Cool. Thank you, Eric. We've got lesson planning examples for L1s. Don't use CAP, but use it for templates. So Eric, I like that one. So when you hop into the toolkit to look at CAP, do you view that kind of more as a coaching resource versus like a true programming resource for your gym and the capacity that you use it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm new, have a lot of new coaches. And I think they struggle with, they're still finding their way just in managing a group. And they don't realize that if they're learning that the more time they prepare in advance and have structure, it's easier for them. So I've been using it as an example for them. And I like some of the videos that are in there that kind of show the coach going over a certain movement with somebody just to help them get their reps in from that regard.
Yeah. Is there anything specifically with that would make it easier for you to share with your coaches or to make that exercise easier for them to do?
I like the layout of the template for the lesson plan. And I'm sure there's some out there somewhere. But I've had to kind of mock up my own.
Okay.
But it would be nice if that was, I like the colors and how it's all broken up. And then if there was just whatever form that looks like, being able to just plug in our workouts to the point where I would do that in advance for them potentially to get them started. I have an Excel spreadsheet that I kind of mocked up that kind of works, but I don't know. It's just something that I've often looked for, but.
Okay. No, that's super helpful. That's smart. Smart. Just taking what we gave you and made it even better. I like that. Jody, looks like we've got roundtables marketing in there. Let's see. Emily or Jody, have you, as far as the roundtables, have you liked the shift to kind of these more like regional style roundtables? I know style wise roundtables have gone through a little bit of an evolution. Did you participate in the older version at all, or just kind of this newer world, I guess?
No, did not at all because
Okay.
I just bought the gym from the previous owner as of last September.
Okay.
So I will say that I do like the new whatever format it is, I like it.
Okay. Awesome.
It's been very helpful for somebody who's newer to the ownership game.
Okay. Cool.
And also because I'm newer, I feel like all my answers are biased because I'm like, just give me all the information, all the help.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, and one of those things too, like we want to learn from every age of affiliate owner as well. So like, don't feel like you're like, oh, my opinion like matters less because I'm new. Like, it's like, no, like that's not true at all. We want all and every sort of piece of feedback. So super helpful. All right. I mean, we've got Old Way closed off. That's good feedback. Thank you, Michelle. Also like the new format, business help. Awesome. Cool. Thank you. That's great feedback as well. So kind of shifting more broadly to the toolkit as a whole, when you guys log into the toolkit or think of this portal resource place for you as an affiliate owner, what do you expect, or what would you expect to find in there? So I know it's a broad question, but gut reaction, what would be like, oh, that should be in there and it's not, or that is in there. Let's see. I'm going to pick on somebody here. Is it Chappie? Am I saying that correctly?
Hi, yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. Chappie, what do you think should be, or what do you expect to find in the toolkit?
The one thing, actually, I think I don't know if I directly messaged this to you or not, but we're in a smaller town, and there's 2 CrossFit gyms here.
Okay.
And there's mine, which has been here for 10 years. We're kind of a little bit on the outskirts, and then there's the one that's been here for 1 year, and they're right in the middle of town.
Okay.
So what happens is 90% of the population in my town, when they open it up, it directs them directly to the other gym. Kind of like an unfair ad from CrossFit to say, hey, click here and go to this gym, as opposed to making it like a radius or something like that, where maybe, several gyms in your area to choose from would pop up. I mean, I love everything about the toolkit, but even when I log in to my own stuff with the toolkit, it tells me to go to the other gym. So I'm just saying, I just don't know if that's a fair direction or not, for all the gyms.
Okay. And if you're thinking of that, Chappie, like if there's specific things that you would want to like highlight on your directory page, like in your affiliate profile, like what do you think would be the most important things for you and your affiliate to be able to like make sure is displayed as a differentiator, or like that you could highlight, that people would be able to see? Is it facilities, types of classes? Like, what do you think is most important, or what would you like to highlight?
I would just like to be able to highlight, whatever, like I said, more like a radius aspect, which I guess is kind of what it's doing. I just don't know what that radius is. I mean, we're only 2 miles apart. But I mean, I'm just saying, okay, here in this city, I know that some cities are massive, but we're really small. You have 3 or 4 different options, and here they are with their logos and everything else, as opposed to just one.
Yep. No, that makes sense. That's super helpful. And then Amanda, I saw you chime in here along with this, credentials as far as like sorting for map stuff. That's super helpful to hear as well. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Kind of along the lines of the toolkit, kind of last broad question here. What do you feel like is not in the toolkit that should be? And this could be a specific resource, a specific type of thing you guys want to do, or someone had mentioned earlier, you were like, which CrossFit app? Like there's so many. Like if the ecosystem of things that we offer to you as affiliate owners seems overwhelming, would you want that ideally in one place, or do you like having different places? Like nice pie in the sky, what do you wish was in there, or what do you wish was available to you? And it can be specific too. If you're like, I wish it was an email service, or I wish push press was in the toolkit, or something along those lines. Any and all thoughts? Amanda, looks like we got age, same one there. All right, I'm gonna pick on someone then. Pam, I'm gonna pick on you. What do you wish was in the toolkit that's not in there? And if everything you wish is in there, then that's great. I don't know if Pam might be busy. Let's see. Emily, a way to connect with affiliates in our area easier. Maybe this exists already, direct email game, for example. Emily, do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and like if I could contact the other general managers of the CrossFit in my area a little bit easier, that would be awesome.
Cool.
This is day 2 of being an owner, so it'd just be nice to reach out to people.
Yep. So kind of like a way to facilitate a smaller, I would like community within the broader CrossFit community.
Yeah,
Your
I mean
area, like
these roundtables people help a lot, and then I go follow like Instagram and stuff.
Cool.
So just maybe a more.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Thank you. And Chappie, we got up in there. Okay. That was the other question. Thank you, Chappie. That's helpful. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. So I know we've kind of been talking a little bit more about content specific things. So I'm actually going to hand it over to Courtney, and we're going to dive into a lot of the specific resources, things related to what is found in the toolkit at a resource level. So Courtney, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Awesome. You want to kick off our
Yep.
latest poll?
Launch this guy. All right, this content poll that we've got up for you guys, what resources have you used in the past or are you using to improve your gym? So this does not have to be CrossFit specific resources. We just want to know what you guys use, what you have used to just kind of help you improve and or open your gym. Cool, we got 6. Mentoring, big little gyms.
Cool. I can't see the poll results, I don't think, but
we'll
just jump in.
Mentorship is the top one right now.
It's the top one. Awesome. So yeah, we'll just jump in. Please don't be shy. Feel free to just jump off and chat. But I'm really curious, like what made you choose the resources that you've chosen? If it's mentorship, how did you pick? You know, if it was Two Brain or some other thing. Yeah. I don't love calling on people, so someone volunteer.
You can call on me. I'll go first.
Go for it.
I volunteered for the CrossFit mentoring, and they took forever to get back to me. So I looked at both Best Hour and Two Brain. I ended up choosing Two Brain, and it had an amazing ROI. This was a year ago, so I'm almost done with the 1-year program, and it helped me double my revenue twice. So it was probably the best decision to help me from not closing my gym within the first year. I since then have started with CrossFit mentoring as well. So I'm actually using both services, and I feel they both have a really good ROI on helping me focus on what I need to do next in my business. But mentoring is I have the playbook, right? But again, there's so much information in there. What do you do and what do you do next, that the mentors can look at your business and see what you're actually doing well. And so I was able to not focus on those things. And then they say, okay, these are the things you need to focus on. This is where you're going to get bit if you don't do something now. And so that mentoring was really, really helpful. And it's what's kept my gym alive.
That's super cool. I'm super interested. So you gave CrossFit first dibs and they didn't get back to you. You went with Two Brain and you came back to CrossFit and now you've got both.
Yep.
What convinced you to give CrossFit a second chance, and what do you find CrossFit offers that's really valuable and unique to CrossFit in comparison with Two Brain?
Oh, they're not apples to apples by any means, right? My CrossFit mentor is my blood type. CrossFit saved my life a long time ago. And he understands my love of CrossFit and why sometimes I make decisions that are not in my best interest, but it's because I have the impact font in my blood. Whereas my two brain mentor helps me make sure the business stays a business. And so I ask them different questions. And as I'm going through my daily, weekly life as a business owner, if I have questions, I write them down and then I filter them through either the CrossFit mentor or the two brain mentor, based on who I feel will best answer that. And I don't know that I'll continue with both in the future because obviously they're both expensive. But I learn a lot from both of them. So my CrossFit mentor has all of the experiences that I went through, and then my two brain mentor has a good diversification of things like my two brain, for example, my two brain mentor helped me diversify my products. So I don't only just teach group classes, I also teach private training. And now I have an on-ramp program, and those were guided to me through my two brain mentor. Whereas my CrossFit mentor helped me provide a better quality of product. Like when I talk about how I coach a class, like I've got my level 3 and I thought I was a pretty good coach. And then you get someone in there that's like at his level, and that just helps me be a business owner that provides a higher quality product. And then the two brain guys help me sell a better product more.
So you think of the CrossFit mentor more as like the expert on the coaching and the running of the class and being like a fitness professional, and the two brain is like the business side.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really start out like that way, but that's how I'm using them now. Like when I first, so a year ago when I first signed on with mentoring, it's I need a lifeguard because I keep drowning. And now it's what's the best business decision so that I can keep making an impact and improving the health of the people in my community.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Let's see, there's some other people in here. I won't make you talk the whole time. See, we've got business podcasts, big little gyms, more mentoring. Anyone else want to talk about, how they selected the mentorship program or the resources that you look at? Don't all speak at once.
Okay.
Amanda. Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Sorry. Mine's the opposite story, and that's why I'm jumping in. I was looking at, I've only been open for a year, probably about 11 months. And I started out with 11 members and I'm at 20 members. So I'm definitely suffering enough to just make the bills meet. So I looked at mentoring, the basic ones, Affiliate University / Best Hour, whatever, and Two Brain. They were both really, really expensive. I found Big Little Gyms. They're cheaper, but I'm figuring out that you get what you pay for. So CrossFit mentorship was also in the mix, but they were new when I first started, so there wasn't any feedback. And where do you go? Who do you ask? Facebook groups. We all know how good those are. I can say that I miss the old CrossFit forum, and I really wish we had something like that. I don't know if that's a product that y'all can offer or something. The CrossFit forum, even though you can find it, in Google Archives, works. Like if you have a question about how to hang a rope or just something like that. Anyway, that's a side thing. As far as mentorship, I don't know that there is an answer, and I think there's still more options out there. I don't know. For those of us that are suffering and we need it, it seems like they're all made for like gyms, like 100 members and how to reach 150 members. Well, I can't afford $1,500 a month, because I'm not there. And that's what they're all geared towards. I can't do $500 a month. I can't do $1,500 a month. So I don't know if there is an answer for that.
If I can come off mute and kind of chime in on what David and Emily both have said about like a business owner forum, that would actually, in my opinion, be very, very valuable if there was some kind of setup or system, a community where affiliate owners, not all these random coaches, not people that unaffiliated because they're pissed off about their own opinion on anything, actual affiliate owners can come together and be like, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z. Who has what worked for them? And like, just truly, truly make it just affiliate owners for the business sides of things, like new people, old people. There was a legacy call that I was on a few weeks ago, and there was a coach, a gym owner from Florida, and he was on the struggle bus, and he literally was like, Dawn, I need help. I've asked for help. I don't know what to do anymore. And I went to the affiliate map on the call and I searched out this gym and I was like, hey, I'm in Idaho and I don't know you, but I did these things to make money. Maybe this will work for you. And I feel like if we had that kind of like access to each other, that it would be very beneficial to David, Emily, myself, like gyms that are 1 year old, 2 years old, 14 years old, and we're not paying $1,300 a month for a mentor program. That's, I mean, I didn't sign up for that because it seems very exhausting. Just my opinion.
Thanks. That's awesome. I'm interested in your experience too, being like a longer tenured affiliate owner in terms of both the things that you're still looking for now, and also, like you mentioned, you're willing to offer help, but maybe not in a formal, like, I want to be a mentor officially, but I'd like to, have access to offer my assistance if it were easy to do.
Yeah, I don't think that like a 1 year gym versus a 14-year-old gym, we all have the same growing pains. They're just at different stages. Just because I'm 14 years old and David's gym is 1, like we're still kind of like navigating the same dirty waters. So I don't know, and everything is evolving. In the last 4 years, look at how much CrossFit has evolved. In the last 18 months, look at how much it's evolved. So my journey is really the same as David's. It just looks different from each of our angles. Like I live in a bubble. We weren't closed during COVID. Kevin was closed during COVID. I told my mayor, send me to jail. I'm not shutting my doors. And guess whose doors stayed open? That's different than what everybody else experienced. So I don't know. It would just be nice to have like access to each other, a positive way, because the Facebook group is garbage. I'm sorry.
Awesome. Thank you. One last quick one here, and then I'm going to hand it over to Alex. It's just kind of along the same lines, but like, what types of resources or like assistance do you think CrossFit should provide? Like they're set up to do well at? Is it, coaching, mentoring, marketing stuff, a forum? Touched on a few things. What are things that you would look to CrossFit for, and what are things that you're like, yeah, no?
If I may, I would say the same. I would agree with Amanda there on the business side of things. Kevin had a call. I think it was prepping for the open or something. There were some other gym owners there, and I picked up a lot of things on how to run that, as far as getting some momentum from the members and different things like that. There was a lot. I took away a lot from just that little piece. You do something similar on the business side, I think we could benefit quite a bit. From your question just there, I'm like 6 weeks, maybe 2 months into Two Brain. Agree, it's expensive, but I was faced with, I was gonna die, close, or something was gonna happen. So it's been worth it to me. But one of the things I've noticed so far is I'm just into their referral funnel and different things like that. And I think you guys just added this piece to the toolkit. What's it called? Marketing and social media templates, which is kind of you're kind of dipping into that same world where they're at. And I think if you kept some momentum into there, it would probably be super helpful for a lot of folks where, whatever it's $13,000 for a year with them. you guys are providing on some level something similar. So I think if that was consistent, there was a steady cadence of that, I think that would help a lot of affiliate owners.
Quick question, Eric, I can't remember if it was you or Chris or someone else about it. I think Chris, it might have been you, sorry. You mentioned the two brain and those, they like look into your business and they can kind of diagnose it and things like that. What is the mechanism? Are they like having you answer a bunch of questions? Are they filling out a survey? What types of questions are they asking? Like, what's that experience like?
I can answer that. So they have a metrics dashboard where you enter in your revenue, expenses, total number of paying members, total number of members, hours you're working as an owner, total of leads you're getting, total number of leads you're closing, your ad spend. I can, if you want to contact me after this, I also do this outside of their dashboard. So I have a spreadsheet. Plus I also once a month take a Word document and type all these things. So like every month I can tell you where I'm at. I'm anal retentive about that. So maybe a little OCD, but I have all of these metrics on how my business is doing. And on their dashboard, they can see the trends and they can see your revenue minus expenses and how profitable you are versus how much time you're working. So they can look at this and say, hey, your revenue is increasing, but your number of expenses is increasing faster than your revenue. So you have to watch out for this. Or, hey, the people that are doing admin, they're doing too many hours of admin. You need to dial that back because it's not in proportion to the amount of classes you're coaching. Or, hey, the number of people per class is too low for what you're doing. You need to drop a couple classes so that you're increasing the number of people per class. Or, hey, you've got way too many people in a class. You need to add a class so you don't start to lose people. And so like those snapshots every month give them a look into what the next thing should be.
Yeah, Chris, please fill out that survey. I would absolutely love to talk to you. One idea I've been kicking around, would love to get your take on it, is basically if we had like a key metrics survey, exactly what we were talking about, but so you can see your trends over time, but then benchmark yourself against every other CrossFit gym that has done this.
Yep.
You could filter based on like size of gym, number of members, things like that. Would that be useful?
So I can do that with other two brain gyms. The problem with that is two brain is not exclusive to CrossFit, right? So like I don't know, like I don't know if for a similar size gym, if I'm comparing myself to a yoga studio or like a PT only studio or another CrossFit gym. And so like while I can look at same size, same geographic area or population, whatever, I can compare to those things. I can't compare to CrossFit gyms because there were 4 CrossFit gyms in my area and now there's only 2. And so like, and her and I are actually pretty good friends. So we're like, we've got this little corner of the world. And, but it'd be helpful to have CrossFit to CrossFit because I sometimes don't know if I'm doing enough. And that, I think that would be helpful. And the two brain dashboard connects to my QuickBooks. So I can import all my financial stuff in like a second. And then all I have to do is put in the number of leads and how many I closed. It like takes 5 minutes, not even. So it's very helpful. And when I click save, I can see how this month, like tomorrow, I'll review April. So today I spent 5 minutes, entered my metrics. Tomorrow I'll sit down with my mentor and we'll spend an hour and look at what we're going to do in May that's going to be different than April. Y'all are taking notes and I should be scared.
I'm taking so many. Oh my gosh.
I see the videos of all your faces like actively writing stuff.
I mean, you should see
I've
got so many of these notes.
You good, Kathy? Should we kick it over to Alex?
Yeah,
Courtney, do you want me to pop up this last poll of content before we switch gears?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. This last poll we're popping up is just open forum. So what resources do you think CrossFit should provide? So I know we've gotten some stuff. Eric, I know you chatted about more of the social media style templates. If there's stuff related to that or just things in general that you guys think that we should provide, go ahead, drop it in here. Amanda, same thing. Like if I know you expressed the forum, stuff like that, like feel free to drop that in here again, just so we kind of have those answers in the same place. So I'll leave this up while we chat about the rest of the stuff too. All right, Alex, kick it over to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to unlock the form. Give me 1 second. I think Courtney and Alyssa, I added you guys as editors. So if you guys can get in there and try to figure out how to unlock it, and then I'll keep us moving. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so this last poll, I know we only have a few minutes. I'm going to leave some time for Q&A. So quick question for you guys is we just want to understand leads and how we can send you guys more leads from CrossFit, specifically the CrossFit map. So curious if anyone on this call has gotten a lead from the map or from CrossFit.
I've gotten 2 and both of them were non-responsive.
Non-responsive?
Yep. I reached out to him as soon as I got the emails, like within 15 minutes, both of them, because I got alerts set for emails from leads. And I reach out, I've called, I've texted, I've emailed, and in the last 2 or 3 months, I've gotten just those 2, but neither one of them responded.
Yeah. Okay. See in the chat, gotten a few, some come in, some don't. Awesome. Well, just as an update for you guys, we are implementing some follow-ups and tracking, just following up with people who fill out the form to say, hey, are you still interested in visiting gym? Are you not? And trying to help them get more connected and kind of close the loop there. So that's something we're looking at improving. Also curious to hear where you all manage leads today. Us sending leads to your email, is that working well for you? Do you want them more integrated into something like a toolkit or potentially even if you have like a CRM you're using?
I think if some of those companies who you have on the partner network, you know, Wodify, I think's on their Push Press, some of those guys, if they have a CRM, I think it would be, if they're a true partner, I would think that they would make it easy to import that stuff into their system. Be a place to start anyway.
Yeah, and maybe even like helping templatize some of it, so you're not maybe having to draft the same emails over again. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, but I mean, I use Wodify. I mean, I have the automatic response, you know, goes out,
Yep.
that kind of thing. So I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm sure someone would benefit from it. Some of them provide that.
Awesome. Okay, well, 5 minutes. Is there any other kind of open Q&A questions? Melissa, I don't know if we opened the Q&A channel or not.
I think it's, we can open it.
You just put questions in the chat as well. We don't have all the answers, but we'd love to, you know, if you guys are curious of what we're working on or any kind of product specific updates we can provide.
I'm not going to put this in the chat. I'll just come off mute. I'm kind of surprised that I look at this group here and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you that work for HQ, and there's how many of us affiliate owners? Everybody's bitching and moaning and groaning that we're not getting what we want, but there's like literally, I'm on the same calls with Jody because we're gonna level up our shit. So is there a way to like have this more out? Like I didn't know about this until I talked to Kevin. And I pay attention to the roundtables, but I just missed it. Can this stuff be shared more globally on CrossFit training and CrossFit affiliates, like all the platforms? So there's more affiliate owners in these things. Is there a way to advertise more, or is it better that there's the same 2 boss bitches in these groups? I don't know.
The roundtables, that was going to be my comment in the toolkit, is I have to go there to find out what's going on ahead of time to get in my calendar, and I have to scroll and scroll and scroll. And then if new stuff is added, I like find myself going in there so many times. And it it's I almost at this point feel like I could be using my time like better in those moments, but then this is the reward, right? So is the benefit. So maybe like just even an Instagram post with all the upcoming dates where it's all on one and then they can go right into it. I mean, that's such a simple fix.
Yeah,
You
Jody, a
just
question for you is if we did introduce some sort of, to Kathy's point earlier, like mobile notifications, or even in your toolkit, if there was a place you could go to just see, here's the 5 updates from today that are kind of more organized and streamlined. Would you go to the toolkit to check those? Would that be valuable to you?
I would probably get more if it was like in a social media post, like if it was pushed out that way personally. Because the only time I get for please don't send, I turn off notifications for most of my apps, or I'm gonna like look
Yeah.
frazzled all the time with how much my phone dings. So so no, that's personally for me. So but the yeah, no. I don't know how many people are actually getting in. It'd be nice to know globally how many affiliate owners regularly go into the toolkit. Because is there any other way to access the roundtable dates that I'm unaware of?
Our rep, Katie Hogan, has gotten, I've noticed she's got a little more frequent messaging out to us on the west side. I feel like anyway, she seems to be trying. I think, I mean, I'm gonna give her some credit there. I hear your pain, Jody. I'm the kind of the same way. But she'll make posts or she'll email us on a regular basis if something new has popped up. That seems like there's been a change there.
Yeah. That would be my only, and that because maybe I mean, I agree. Like Amanda, it's always us on the same call, and then usually like Andrea and Rocky from CrossFit AMRAC, the guy from CrossFit Elmo, like from our region, right? There's like 5 of us that are consistently on every type of call. And so maybe it's just lack of awareness or like ease of gaining the information. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Would there ever be a time you would want us to text you? Other than just, hey Jody, what's up?
Maybe if you were giving me money.
You won the lottery.
Or like we're bringing 10 members to your gym right now. Oh, and we have a qualified, experienced coach. We're bringing them to your gym. They text me. No, please don't text me. Please don't text me.
Sweet. It looks like, Kathy, we are right at time. I don't know if we want to do any last minute or do a closing ceremony for the call today.
I think just please fill out that survey that's in there. Like, we would love to talk to you all again. I'm assuming there's some kind of open field there. So if you don't want to talk to us, please fill it out and just tell us what you want to tell us. Or throw it in the chat. We'll leave it open for a couple more minutes if you have any last parting stuff. Or, I mean, Kevin, Katie, all their emails are very good about slacking us and like, hey, this is what they want you to do. So we are definitely here via all of the channels, and don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, and
Thank you
Kathy,
so much.
I'm gonna drop my email into the chat too. Kathy, do you want me to drop yours, Kathy?
Do it. I mean, Chris knows I'm on LinkedIn. You can DM me occasionally.
I'll have to call you out if you don't reply, though.
That's amazing.
So if thank you guys. We're super appreciative. This has been invaluable for our teams, and hope to connect with you guys again soon, either in an interview or at another kind of conversation like this. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.